everybody, Josh for Populi here, and we all know that prices are like a clown's balloon that gets loose. They keep going up no matter how hard you cry. And we all know that the price of tuition and fees at schools are no exception. And that means that the financial team at your school will need to update prices in your Populi instance from time to time. There's a little planning that goes a long way here. We'll go over that and then look at what you actually need to do in the software. This video is going to be most useful to financial admins. They have the ability to access the financial settings and make changes to tuition schedules and fees. Student billing users might also get some value from knowing the process, but can't access those settings. An important note, because you're actually changing existing tuition schedules and fees attached to your billing process that affect student charges, you have to undertake this task with the sober attention and attitude of someone stealing an ancient idol from a booby-trapped temple. Live by this phrase: measure twice, charge once. As you're planning for these changes, the most important factor is timing. Here's why. Let's say you have a tuition schedule, we'll call it Arthur. That's attached to a student and it's charging them $1,000 per credit. They've enrolled in courses, they've received their charges, they've been invoiced. But next term, that per credit charge is going up to $1,100 per credit. So you change that amount on the Arthur tuition schedule. But then that student does something that causes his tuition and fees to automatically recalculate. That happens when a student adds or drops a course. So this student adds a course and bang, they end up with a bunch of additional pending charges which they don't actually owe for this term. And it's a mess. And imagine the mess that comes from lots of students doing this. Now, we're bearing the lead a little bit here because we have a setting that prevents automatic charges like this from happening. But that setting prevents all automatic charges for a term, and that could mean legitimate changes to those charges. For instance, if you prevent automatic charges and someone drops a course and should receive a refund, that will no longer happen automatically. The point is, if you're still at a point in your term where billing is in flux, you don't want to turn this on. You're shooting for a time in the term after charging and refunding has settled down. For a lot of schools, I imagine this would be at some point after the add drop date. Whatever that point is, you want to wait until you get there before making changes to automatic charges being generated. On the other hand, you probably also want to have your price update in place before students start enrolling in the next term, just to keep things running smoothly. Now let's look at how we actually make these changes. Go to Financial, Settings, General, and then on the Start Generating Automatic Charges field, set that to the term in which you want your new charges to take effect. With that set for the future term, we're no longer generating any automatic charges for the current term. Up here, you'll save to lock that term in place. Then, if we have updates to make to fees, we go to Financial, Billing, Settings, Fees, and increase those prices. Work through any fees that'll change, changing amounts and saving. If you're updating tuition schedules, you go to Financial, Billing, Settings, Tuition Schedules. Make changes to your tuition schedule. It might be a simple price increase, but maybe you're changing the bracket structure. Whatever it is, once things look good, you can save. Okay, that's pretty much it. Now, when students begin enrolling in the upcoming term, the new fees and tuition schedules will take effect for the term that you set, but the past term's charges will remain as they were. With all of this stuff, remember that pending charges are easy to fix. They're not set in stone. But once you invoice charges, things get real. Invoice charges have to be voided or reversed and it's just more of a hassle. So a variation on a theme: measure twice, invoice once. Little tidbit here at the end. On financial, billing, by term, under actions, you have an option to recalculate term charges. You're probably aware of that, but as you're working with these things, if you get something wrong, it might be helpful to remember this. Let's say you accidentally increase the price on a tuition schedule for a current term and end up with a bunch of new pending charges that shouldn't exist. All you have to do is go back to that tuition schedule, correct it, then come back here and use that recalculate option. Measure twice, invoice once. Do you want to dig deeper and get more value out of Populi for your school? Join our Discord server. It's where Populi users can ask each other questions and capitalize on community knowledge. If you want to be a part of that community, go to Help in Populi and choose Join the User Community. That'll take you to a spot that has instructions about how you can get set up. I've been Josh for Populi. You've been great. Thanks for watching.